During this week's video, we make my wife's van look like some Jeep looking thing. Well, not really. Welcome back to the channel. This week's video is going to be a little bit different than what we typically do around here, just because we have to. This is my wife's 2007 Honda Odyssey, and as you can see, a deer has destroyed the front end of this minivan. So we're going to start disassembling the minivan and put it back together to the best of our abilities. We started by removing the front bumper cover. After removing the bumper cover, we had a little smoke show, and we had to remove the AC condenser. And remove the radiator as well. Then we went on Marketplace and we found some parts in a little town west of us. And we're gonna go check that out and see what we can score to start putting this Honda Odyssey back together. Well, we're halfway through our little road trip. We went an hour west of us and we scored bunch of parts for the Odyssey. So we got the hood, the condenser, and the best part, like brand new headlights. So scored some new headlights for the Honda Odyssey. So big win there. Now we got to get home, get back to work in the garage. But you know what? That might be another day. It's like tickling 100 degrees out here. And I don't want to be in the garage when it's this hot out. I mean, do you? Unless you have AC, then let's be out there every day, right? So let's get back to the garage and we will continue with the Odyssey facelift. So we are back from our little road trip and we already put the hood on. Actually, the color is not that bad and the hood is in good shape. I should have maybe took the other fender too, but I'm hoping that we can straighten this out. I do plan on taking this van to my father-in-law's buddy, who is a retired body man, to doctor this up after we're done having a little fun with it. It does not latch the best, so I'm guessing this core support is just tweaked just enough where this hood will not latch. My guess is the last hood latched because, you know, it's probably bent with the deer with the latch. So we'll have to monkey around with that a little bit after we get the rest of this radiator out. Got the radiator out and found a good use for those puppy pads. Watched my mom's dog the other day and she left all these puppy pads. So there was more antifreeze in that radiator than I thought. So we put those to good use. Now I'm gonna see if I can straighten out this core support a little bit. It doesn't actually look too bad. So I'm gonna try a big channel lock, see what happens. Well, the big pliers didn't do much. We did do a little peeling back on that radiator support. Tell by looking at this angle that the passenger side is pushed back maybe a half an inch, and that's about it. So if we get like a hydraulic body, puller, pusher, hydraulic thingamajobber, we can put it here on the firewall and push this core support out a half an inch. Then we'd be able to latch the hood as well. But for now, let's get the radiator that we pulled from the parts van and stick it in here and get some fluid in this thing and see if we can get it moving again.
3 days later.
There we have it. We got the radiator in the Odyssey. I gotta go to O'Reilly, get some antifreeze and fill that thing up and make sure it doesn't leak anywhere. There's tranny lines that go to it as well. So I want to fill it up with fluid again and check for leaks. And then while I have it up on jack stands, I'm also going to change the oil because that oil filter is right there with that wheel off. So I might as well take advantage of that and change the Earl in the Odyssey. I come out of O'Reilly's and my dream truck's out here. Yeah, I could use that one as a tow pig. Spice up the front end on this a little bit and kind of make it look like a wasteland wagon. And you might ask yourself, what is that? You will find out. So far so good, no leaks. And now we just have to play the waiting game to let the engine warm up and hopefully those fans kick on. Yeah, we should be good. We'll just have to change the headlights out, but you know, I got the wasteland wagon thing going on first. As you can tell, we did a little paint action up here because currently we don't have a bumper cover. So we're in search of that. So I thought this would be fun. Wasteland wagon. So I got a little surprise I'm gonna put up here. Well, it's been about 15-20 minutes because I put the wheels on, lowered the vehicle, revved it up a bunch of times, and it's still below the half mark on the engine temp. So I don't know, I'm gonna go take it for a test drive. Maybe this new radiator is just too efficient. Won't even turn the fans on. Let's take it for a test drive and reevaluate this situation. Well, I don't know what to think. Went for a test drive. Started raining, so now I can't tell if it's leaking because the whole car is dripping. Coolant temp went over half and then it dropped all the way down, but I came back and the fans aren't on anymore and it's under half. I believe I'm gonna call it good enough for now. We'll just keep test driving the Odyssey. Dang, this is gonna look good. Well, it's the next day. I couldn't sleep last night. You know, we put those knockoff KC big, I think these are 5-inch from Amazon, 4 of them. I was gonna mount them on the bumper, but I couldn't sleep last night because I had this dumb idea in my head, making the front end look like a Jeep. You know, some leftover parts I have sitting around. That's from that JK that we put the bumper on from Hook Off Road. Sent us that bumper and we did that install video on it. That's the leftover bumper. And then you know where that grill is from 5 ZJs. Think I should do it? Doesn't look like it'd be too complicated. It looks like just a couple bolts here would take that bumper off from the factory Odyssey, and then that JK bumper would cinch back quite a bit further. We'd have to make mounts for this bumper. That'd be the most difficult part, but you know, we could just zip tie the grill on the wasteland wagon. And I'm thinking about taking that grill, buffing it up a little bit along with that bumper and paint it black. Seems kind of ridiculous, but different and odd. So that's right up my alley. Went to go paint that front bumper. You JK owners probably already know this, but that's just a bumper cover. So I didn't need to paint the bumper at all. The bumper cover just removes. That was easy. Where's that easy button? There it is. Now let's remove this bumper and see if we can get the JK bumper to sit up there a little bit closer. Well, we got the bumper off, the factory bumper, and I'm looking at the front of this van and I'm thinking to myself, man, that looks good. I love the flat look on the front of it. It's kind of hard to tell on video, but it'd be really sweet to put a flat piece of steel, 1/4 inch steel, to connect the two frame rails together and then just build something. I don't know. That'd look pretty sick. Especially if, you know, I sneak a turbo in there. Big intercooler up front. I think the wife will know. Well, there you go. We got it mocked up again. What do you guys think? I mean, it's not looking too bad. I really like the ZJ grill that we painted black. And I'm just gonna zip tie it in there for now. And then for the bumper, I'm gonna try to use the existing holes just in here. These holes right in here. So I'm gonna try to find a spot and just drill these on here and then notch this out a little bit to get the bumper to go back just a teach beat more. You know, because at the end of the day, this isn't gonna be what we keep. I'm just doing this for funsies until I find a bumper cover for this Honda Odyssey. And I just have all this stuff sitting around, so why not have some fun with some of the parts you have laying around? But that's it for tonight. I'm gonna hit the hay, got the JOB in the morning, and we'll finish this up in a couple seconds for you guys. Well, I got sad news. Marketplace strikes again. This is what happened. I scored a bumper cover last night with the grill for $100. So I'm gonna ditch the idea of making this van look like a wasteland warrior, a Jeep thing, and just gonna put the bumper cover on. So without further ado, let's take the Jeep stuff off and make it an Odyssey again. Well, there you have it. We got the Odyssey back together with a total price of $400. We still have to paint it yet, but after we bring it to the body man and get it painted, we'll put these headlights on, and he does have to fix the passenger side fender. So hopefully he can just repair that and we don't have to go buy a fender, because currently we cannot open the passenger door because of the deer. But I thought it turned out pretty well. We scored those headlights. I feel like that was the best purchase of the whole refacing the Odyssey. So now we can get Mama's van back on the road. I'm gonna bring it to my father's repair shop. We're gonna do the AC quick, and this thing should be a driver again until we get it painted. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time.